Good morning. Welcome to the Fish and Corn Show. It is August. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'd like to thank our sponsors, RE Therapy and Paying in Pain Skate Magazine. And I was looking at some past issues from years back when the magazine first started. And it's a well put together fanzine of sorts.
I used to do a fanzine back in the day.
I like fanzines. And it seems...
Oh, it was more of a zine than a fanzine. Remember that thing?
Yes, I like it. And I like who the character that was doing the drawings for it. We've talked about him in the past, but if ever we kind of flip through and... oh, shit! We forgot to put the hot chick photo right here.
For the searches.
Yeah, do you have one that we can actually do? But that'll be next. We're gonna finish this episode, but we'll time out and
the next episode.
The next episode we'll go get some fucking spank picture or something. Possibly the group, that newscaster from where's that chick from? The one with the big old butt.
Oh, Fox.
Yes, her.
Yeah, the Russo.
Yeah, not her. I'm talking the one with the big butt. The one that's...
Dude, local news is... Oh, that one. The one from the Mexican chick.
The Mexican chick.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. She... I was telling you a couple weeks ago when we were talking about her, how she's going to town now. I saw a photo of her this weekend.
Uh-huh.
And this woman's wearing white yoga pants with the sports top.
Nice.
Oh my God. And
that's not done for effect at all, right?
Oh yeah, she was I think she's doing her newscast in that thing now.
Yeah.
I wonder if the producers are telling her to do that.
Probably, and she's probably getting paid better. If she's not getting paid better, then she's stupid.
And our local news here in San Diego, let me ask you a question. There's a woman on news, a weather girl, and she, she does the rotation of dresses, but she seems to be wearing the same shoes. I want to start a Facebook thing about earn more money for this hottie for her shoes. She seems to be wearing the same shoes on set.
Maybe she's just comfortable with those shoes.
They're like those high heel types that lift the butt, because she's one of those butt women. Oh. And,
maybe it's like costuming, man. Maybe it's like my Fat Richard Petty get-up.
But what about the same shoes?
Hat and
I don't
shirt
think
every
she's
time.
trying to go for the shoes.
No.
They're the same pink shoes.
Well,
pink high heels.
Maybe it's a good luck thing. Who knows?
Well, she changes the dresses.
Yeah, but maybe they're her lucky shoes.
That's true.
People have lucky things.
Payless shoes.
Lucky socks, lucky underwear, lucky shirt, whatevs. People have lucky clothing items.
So if you out there know who we're talking about, I want to see if you guys know. Write in, chime in. But in this episode, I was talking to Mr. Corn here about his thoughts on the cereal restaurants. Cereal in the sense of breakfast food.
In other words, a restaurant that serves cereal as a...
He thinks it's ridiculous, but from a business standpoint, if they're making...
Well, yeah,
money,
from a business standpoint, it makes sense because you're putting absolutely no effort into this. You're basically pouring shit from a box into a bowl, putting milk on it, and going, that'll be $7.
And you can get a mix of cereal. You can get any one of one flavor. You can mix. They also do a thing called cereal milk where they steep the milk.
Yeah, but you know what? If you really want to do that, why don't you go to an Embassy Suites or one of those fucking hotels where they, have the complimentary
cereal
breakfast thing, and just go in there and get your cereal fix. They never fucking ID you when you go into those things.
I think something like this downtown with all those nut cases they're paying $2,000 for a one-bedroom would probably do good.
It's the same type of mentality that pays $3 for a donut.
I think that would be... Ooh, I pay $3 for a donut. On occasion, not every day.
I would never pay $3 for a donut. I'm sorry. It offends my sensibilities.
But I think this would be good in like downtown San Diego, Little Italy. Someone comes downstairs. We have cold brew coffee selling for cold brew coffee. You heard of that shit? Seems to be the trend. People at my gym seem to be indulging in that fantasy, buying it, where you could actually do it at night. Just get your grounds, put it in some fucking goddamn French press, or just throw in there and just strain this shit. That's cold brew coffee.
So it's old coffee.
No, you use fresh grounds, but you use...
So you're basically soaking your coffee grounds in water.
Yes.
Overnight.
Overnight, and people are paying big bucks.
That's retarded.
They sell it in bottled form too nowadays.
That's super retarded.
And it's the new trend.
Oh, yeah. People and their trends.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And I like how people are paying for this thing called, what's that shit called? Pour over coffee. It's basically Mr. Coffee Machine, but someone gets hot boiling water in a, they put it in one of those hot water urns or whatever with the spigot, and they pour it gently over in a circular motion, and you do it slowly.
To do what?
To make the coffee. And they have like usually, if they're doing it for multiple people, they have this thing that holds these little special. I have one just because I tried it. No, but it was cheap to buy at cost plus kind of thing. It was like $4, and they have these little things holding the funnel with the filter, and they do it for everybody. And it's not a fast thing. It takes about 4 or 5 minutes to get your cup of coffee.
So the idea is turn the drinking of coffee into some sort of stoner ritual where people sit around and go over their equipment kind of thing. Is that what we're talking about?
There's hardly any equipment, but you, as a patron, you pay $4 to $5. It's premium coffee, and someone does that action.
Do they cast it?
No, it's usually some scene stir.
So it's not cast?
No, it's usually a bunch of, it's males doing this usually.
Yeah. Why would I pay money for that?
Oh, back on the Breastraunts. If it became a breast...
If you cast
coffee,
it with pretty chatty girls...
wearing undies...
No. She could be normally dressed. It doesn't matter.
What do you think about
You can... I could justify paying $4 and change for a cup of coffee then. Because it's the experience, okay? But, yeah, no. McDonald's coffee is perfectly adequate.
I heard in that... the Dakotas, how there's that city, a bunch of dudes, they're doing the fracking and all that shit.
Williston.
They have a successful coffee stand run by chicks. Yeah, and I heard that these people will get, for the cup of coffee, they don't necessarily do the pour over, but it's a Breastraunts style. They wear tight clothing. They're all hotties, and they're making like 6 figures. Because in tips, you're making thousands in tips.
Somehow, I sincerely doubt it's all coffee.
You think there's hand jobs in the back?
Yeah. Do you remember about 7-8 years ago, there was a similar kind of business up in the Pacific Northwest. Somebody had opened up like a little coffee shack kind of thing, drive-through coffee shack, and it was staffed by Pretty Little Things. Turns out Pretty Little Things were turning tricks. The occasional hand job, the occasional meetup somewhere. And that's how it was becoming so popular. It's the same idea as, the ice cream guy that really is selling drugs out of his truck. It's you're doing something else. To be earning that kind of money, you're doing something else.
So what do you think about hot chicks serving coffee altogether?
Well, like I said, there's a time and a place for it. If you want that setting for the head trip that it puts you in, or the head trip that it puts your client in when you meet them at a place like that, sure. But if I just want coffee, I'll make it myself or buy it at 7-Eleven or McDonald's. I mean, at the end of the day, what I like is the caffeine fix.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't like shitty coffee, but I can drink it. It's better than no coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll drink shitty coffee if there's nothing else.
So,
my favorite though is French roast and French press.
It seems a lot of ugly chicks have been working in coffee shops. Whatever happened to the cute chicks? working these things. I mean, I go to places. There's no more hot chicks working coffee joints anymore. I swear to God, I don't see any.
Maybe it's just a different retail space now. I mean, remember we were talking about how fast food...
No hotties.
There are no hotties in fast food. Although, occasionally you're surprised, but you can usually time in weeks the amount of time that they're going to be at that particular post.
Yeah, and then they get picked up by some patron.
Or they get a better job, because pretty people, they're desirable. So you put them in a better job. You put them as a receptionist somewhere. You put them as a greeter somewhere, or as a hostess at a trendy restaurant. I mean, come on. Whenever you walk around downtown, all those little restaurants, every one of those restaurants, almost to a...
That's where they
one.
seem to be. The hostess seem to be
all
pretty.
Pretty little girls, you know. And
how much are they making?
I have no idea.
What do you think
they're
making?
That they're not working that hard making whatever they're making.
That's true.
I can stand around and smile and point you to a table all day long.
Yeah, I can do that.
Some little old lady can do the same thing. So ask yourself, why is this cute little thing working that particular job?
We know we would have those high kind of hiring standards.
Well, again, it's just about being critical about the experience and being aware of it.
Yeah. So, you out there in internet world, let us know if you want us to open up a cereal restaurant.
A cast cereal restaurant.
That serves pour over coffee, steep milk for the cereal, and maybe cold brew coffee at $10 a glass. Next on topic, Mr. Corn went to Costco. You could chime in, tell us about your Costco predilections, but the food at Costco, the freebie shit. Remember we're talking about the comment, the sampling. We're going to comment about that.
Well,
are you
my
a
kids
hogger?
love the samples. I personally don't particularly care for the samples.
Do you eat the samples? I do.
If my kids grab one for me, sure.
You won't grab yourself?
As a rule of thumb, no. Because, I mean, nah. You know, I don't want to be sold on anything, to be honest.
Some of it's
Costco's
good.
Yeah, but Costco's one of those places where I have to go in with purchase discipline. Okay? I have a list of stuff that I'm going to buy, and I try to stick to that list.
So passing the liquor aisle, it's not like it's easy these days.
It is. It still is, man. Although there is a lot of good stuff.
There's a lot of good shit.
And it's mostly Kirkland stuff. I have to say that the whole line of Kirkland booze, whether it be the Kirkland American vodka, whatever the fuck that means.
There's the wine they fucking poach.
The Kirkland Canadian whiskey's awesome. The Kirkland bourbon is awesome. I haven't tried the Kirkland tequila yet.
I have.
Is it any good?
They have two types. I've tried them both. Reposado, and they have a silver. And I'll save the money and buy this product which is half the price of Patron, and I can tell it's just as good.
I don't particularly care for Patron.
Well, you know how like it's supposed to be a quality or Cazadores and shit like that.
I'm a Cazadores guy.
That's become premium though.
Yeah, I know. When we
not
used
cheap.
to drink it, it was
like $18.
Yeah. Not anymore.
Dude, now that same bottle is $7.50. It's like going for in the 20s. Remember, it used to be like $15-$16.
Used to be the cheap tequila. I mean, it was never really cheap, but it was the cheaper Fabi type tequila that was available. That stuff we had the other day, the Buen Bouquet stuff, is awesome, and it's like $8 a bottle.
Where at?
Mexico.
Oh, okay.
So you got to buy it in Mexico. I buy it by the case.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you guys keep the case?
In Mexico.
Oh, wow.
The house in Mexico.
Wow.
Which reminds me, we got to take a trip to Mexico sometime this week.
And we got to get our grill, too. We're going to do a road trip. I don't know when, but we have a big industrial smoker that we want to play around with and hopefully serve the public with. Maybe cast it. But anyways, let us get back to you. Little pause out. Go get yourself some cold brew coffee. And
maybe do a YouPorn stop.
Yeah, and We'll be
Check
right
in
back.
on your Facebook.
Check in. We'll be right back.